So Rockstar ain't dropping GTA 6 next trailer anytime soon. So let's talk about all the new information about the game, starting with most obvious. That is, no, it won't be delayed. GTA 6 is still on track despite all those delay rumors floating around. Let's address those delay rumors first. Yes, we've been hearing whispers about potential setbacks. But when you look at Rockstar's track record, they've always been incredibly calculated with their announcements. Remember, they didn't even reveal GTA 6 until they were confident in their timeline. The official trailer dropped with a clear 2025 release window, and Rockstar doesn't make those commitments lightly. Take-Two Interactive, their parent company, has also repeatedly assured investors about the timeline during earnings calls, which is significant because they have legal obligations to be truthful there. What's important to understand is that Rockstar has been working on this game for years already. Development reportedly began right after GTA 5 launched, and that was over a decade ago. The studio has had plenty of time to work through the major development hurdles, and at this point, they're likely in the polishing phase. Plus, after the rocky launch of the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition, Rockstar knows they can't afford another misstep, especially with their flagship series. Now, why is GTA 6 destined to be the biggest game release ever? Just look at the numbers. GTA 5 has sold over 190 million copies worldwide, making it the second best-selling game of all time behind only Minecraft. It's generated over $7 billion in revenue, more than any movie, album, or other piece of entertainment in history. And that's a game that came out in 2013. The gaming audience has grown substantially since then, with millions more potential players waiting for GTA 6. The anticipation for GTA 6 is unlike anything we've seen before. The announcement trailer broke records with over 90 million views in just 24 hours. For context, that's more than most blockbuster movie trailers get. Social media explodes anytime there's even a hint of GTA 6 news. This level of hype translates directly into day one sales. Rockstar has also been smart about platform strategy. By targeting current-gen consoles, they're ensuring the game will look and play its absolute best without compromise. And while PC players might have to wait a bit longer as they did with GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, that just creates another massive sales spike down the line. Next, it would have dynamic weather. When GTA 6 finally drops, its dynamic weather system could revolutionize how we experience virtual environments. While nothing's been officially confirmed since the game hasn't been released yet, we can make some educated guesses about how Rockstar might implement this technology based on industry trends and the evolution of their previous games. The foundation of this system would likely be a sophisticated weather simulation that operates across the entire map. Rather than simply switching between preset weather states like in older games, GTA 6 might use a complex algorithm that considers factors like temperature, humidity, and air pressure to create organically evolving weather patterns. This would mean weather forms naturally and moves realistically across the map, creating a much more immersive experience. In tropical Vice City, hurricanes and tropical storms could be a standout feature. These wouldn't just be visual effects, but potentially game-changing events. The system might start with subtle cues, dropping barometric pressure, increasing winds, and darkening skies, before building to full-scale storms. Sophisticated particle systems would render rain, wind-blown debris. Water physics would likely play a crucial role in this weather system. Current-gen hardware could enable realistic fluid dynamics that allow rain to accumulate in low-lying areas, creating temporary flooding that affects navigation. The ocean surrounding Vice City might feature dynamic wave patterns that respond to wind conditions, making boating and swimming more challenging during storms. The technology would probably extend to how weather affects the environment. Rain might create slick surfaces that reduce vehicle traction in a physics-based way, rather than just applying a universal, slippery modifier. Different surfaces could respond uniquely, asphalt becoming reflective when wet, dirt paths turning to mud that affects movement speed, and vegetation that sways realistically in high winds. What would truly separate GTA 6's weather system from previous games is how deeply it might be integrated with other game systems, affecting missions, activities, wildlife behavior, and even the city's infrastructure. All of this working together could create a virtual world that feels alive and responsive in ways we haven't experienced before in an open-world game. Next weapon wheel is back. So the latest leak suggests that the weapon wheel is making a comeback in GTA 6. And honestly, this isn't particularly surprising news. Rockstar has been refining this system since GTA 5 and the Red Dead Redemption series, and there's really no reason they'd abandon something that works so well. The weapon wheel has become something of a signature for Rockstar games over the years. It first appeared in Red Dead Redemption, got refined in GTA 5, and was further polished in Red Dead Redemption 2. At this point, it's basically part of Rockstar's DNA. A clean, intuitive solution to the problem of managing an extensive arsenal in an open-world game. What makes the weapon wheel so convenient is how it slows down time while you're selecting your weapon, giving you a moment to breathe and strategize during intense situations. This small but significant feature prevents the frantic scrambling through inventory that plagued earlier games in the series. Remember cycling through weapons one at a time in GTA 4? Yeah, nobody misses that. In GTA 6, we might see this system expanded with even more creative weapons and options. The Miami-inspired Vice City setting opens up possibilities for all sorts of unique additions. Perhaps exotic weapons that fit the Florida setting or the rumored 80s time period if those leaks are accurate. Think flamingo-themed baseball bats, alligator skin revolvers, or other over-the-top options that capture that distinct Vice City vibe. Beyond just new weapons, Rockstar might add more functionality to the wheel itself. They could incorporate quick access to tactical equipment like the body armor and health items we saw in RDR2, or maybe add customization options that let you organize your preferred loadouts. Given how smartphones are likely to play a big role in GTA 6, we might even see app integration within the weapon wheel for calling in backup or ordering special items. The weapon wheel isn't flashy or revolutionary, it's just one of those quality-of-life features that makes the game more enjoyable. It's the kind of refined design that shows Rockstar's attention to detail and player experience. While some developers might be tempted to reinvent the wheel, literally in this case, for each new release, Rockstar tends to take what works and make it better rather than starting from scratch. So yeah, if this leak proves true, the return of the weapon wheel is good news for players. It means one less thing to relearn when we finally get our hands on GTA 6, and more time to focus on exploring whatever wild new world Rockstar has created for us. Sometimes the best innovations aren't the flashiest. They're the ones that feel so natural you barely notice them at all. So Rockstar has mentioned that GTA 6 will feature an improved Wanted system, and honestly, this is an area where the series could definitely use some updates. The current Wanted system in GTA 5, while iconic with those familiar stars, has some pretty obvious limitations that newer technology could help solve. The biggest issue with the current system is how weirdly omniscient the police are. Commit a crime in the middle of nowhere with absolutely no witnesses? Somehow the cops still know exactly who you are and where you are. It breaks immersion in a major way. In GTA 6, we might see a more realistic witness system where crimes need to be actually seen and reported. This could create interesting gameplay where managing witnesses becomes part of planning your criminal activities. Another problem is the lack of memory in the current system. In GTA 5, you can shoot up half the city, hide for a minute until your wanted level drops, and then walk past the same cops who were just shooting at you like nothing happened. GTA 6 could introduce a persistence system where cops remember your character's appearance, making it necessary to change clothes, vehicles, or even appearance to truly escape after major crimes. The police response in current GTA games is also pretty one-dimensional. No matter what crime you commit, the reaction is basically, send more cops, with increasing aggression. A more nuanced system in GTA 6 might include different types of responses based on the nature of your crimes. Minor infractions could lead to officers trying to write you a ticket rather than immediately shooting, while major crimes might trigger SWAT teams or specialized units with different tactics. The AI has always been a limitation too. Police in GTA 5 tend to either be completely oblivious or laser-focused killing machines with little in between. With current-gen processing power, GTA 6 could feature police AI that uses more sophisticated techniques like setting up roadblocks that actually make sense, coordinating with each other, or using less lethal methods when appropriate. Territory could play a bigger role in the Wanted system as well. Different parts of Vice City might have varying police presence and response times. Wealthy neighborhoods could see rapid response from well-equipped officers, while underserved areas might see delayed responses or even corrupt police behavior that can be exploited by players. The technology of GTA 6 could also allow for a more dynamic reputation system. Your criminal record might follow you throughout the game, with cops recognizing frequent offenders and responding accordingly. This could add another layer of strategy where maintaining a low profile becomes valuable for certain missions or activities. Visual improvements could enhance the system too. Modern hardware could handle more realistic police behaviors like proper investigation of crime scenes, interviewing witnesses, or collecting evidence. Imagine returning to the scene of a crime and seeing police actually working the case, adding to that living world feel that Rockstar is known for. Next, say goodbye to repetitive animations. According to reports, GTA 6 is set to feature some seriously next-level character animation powered by AI, and it could fundamentally change how we experience the game world. While Rockstar will still use traditional motion capture for certain key movements and cutscenes, the real game-changer appears to be this new AI animation system that can generate realistic movements on the fly. What makes this tech so special is how it creates situational animations that respond to the game state. Imagine an NPC that's been injured in a shootout. Rather than falling into one of a few predetermined wounded animations, the AI could generate unique movements based on exactly where they were hit, how severe the injury is, and even what's in their environment. Someone shot in the leg might realistically drag themselves behind cover, while someone caught in an explosion might show different trauma entirely. The weather and time of day integration sounds particularly impressive. Picture pedestrians naturally huddling under overhangs during rainstorms, shielding their eyes from the bright midday sun, or pulling their jackets tighter during night scenes. These small details might seem minor individually, but collectively they create a level of immersion that's been impossible in previous open-world games, where NPCs often move like robots regardless of conditions. This system potentially solves one of the biggest immersion breakers in open-world games: repetitive animations. We've all seen that same walking pattern repeated across dozens of NPCs in previous GTAs. With AI-driven animation, each character could move with subtle variations that make them feel more like individuals rather than copies of the same basic template. The technology behind this likely combines machine learning with procedural animation techniques. The AI would be trained on countless examples of human movement, captured by motion capture, learning how real people react in different situations. Then the game engine could apply these learnings to generate appropriate animations based on whatever's happening in the moment. From a technical perspective, this is incredibly ambitious. Traditional animation systems use predefined clips that are triggered when certain conditions are met. An AI-driven system needs to calculate appropriate movements in real time while considering physics, character state, and environmental factors, all without tanking the frame rate. The fact that this is reportedly happening on current-gen consoles is pretty mind-blowing. For players, this could create those "did you see that?" moments that make open-world games special. Imagine a pedestrian realistically slipping on wet pavement during a storm, or a group of NPCs moving naturally to avoid a speeding car. These emerging behaviors would make Vice City feel alive in ways that haven't been possible before. If these reports are accurate, we're looking at animation technology that doesn't just incrementally improve on what came before. It represents a fundamentally different approach to creating lifelike movement in games. Combined with Rockstar's already impressive attention to detail, this AI animation system could set a new bar for what we expect from open-world games moving forward. And we are done. Let me know in the comments which feature you want most from the following. Subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.